Well, that was an
Voy a
utter
seguir un
waste
poco
of
más.
time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
¿Será esta que está abierta?
Not much further now.
Vale. ¿Es esta, no? ¿Es esta?
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimihia, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. It's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Ya, y la desaparición del guardaespaldas.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimihia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimihia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be
O
found.
sea que es un esclavo. Vale.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside.
Joder.
Everything seemed normal.
Vale, vamos a
at
pensar
glance.
que es la época. Y ya está.
I take it this is the first time Kimihia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Is there any reason Kimihia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Wow.
Did Kimihia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
Ah, no es esclavo.
All right, Captain.
Pero
I think I have enough to get
vosotros
started.
traste.
We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Puedo...
Why are you still here? If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
Vamos a ver el cobertizo en el que vive el buen Kimihia. Kimihia, no sé si será realmente un nombre o un give me here o algo así, porque Kimihia, no sé, la verdad. What is this? Son huellas.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
¿Por qué me sale aquí una neurona verde?
Chewing tobacco.
O sea, estoy segura de que esto significa algo, pero ¿qué hago? No, que no. Con la Q.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Si tiene suficientes pruebas, Sherlock puede usar la imaginación para reconstruir el pasado. Pulsa Q para ver los nodos de imaginación. Interactúa con los nodos para comenzar y luego recrea una versión exacta de los acontecimientos. Vale. A ver. No tengo más. Vale. A ver. No tengo más. O sea, a ver. Vamos a... Que no. Que lo que quiero es. Lo que quiero es lo de la imagen. No tengo suficientes pruebas todavía, señor.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
¿Y qué lo haría? ¿Por... ¿Se le cayó? ¿O algo? Eso tiene forma de cara.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Yo creo sinceramente que le hemos tratado abajo. ¿O partido algo?
A small navy spyglass. Clothes made of hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Claro que estaba vendiendo su casa, tío.
No air coming through it. Button chops. The remains of a meal. A heavy chemical odour. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
The ashes are long since cold. Is this a taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
Como que fuera de su casa, ¿no? Se quiso suicidar.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
¿Qué tenemos aquí? Esto. En la entrada de la chabola hay cajas rotas y un pedazo de cilicio. En el brasero, junto a los restos de una comida, hay una pelota achicharrada con un olor característico. El aroma es difícil de confundir con otra cosa, es un narcótico. Entre otros objetos que se encuentran dispersos, dentro hay un saco de grano con una marca con forma de cabeza humana. Hay un montón de ropa hecho de arpillera en la chabola de Kimihia. Hay un catalejo en el suelo en la entrada de la chabola de Kimihia. ¿Esto qué significa? ¿Para fijar? ¿Y mirar? Ah, porque hay que buscarla, ¿no? La puerta trasera al jardín del capitán Stenwick tiene una cerradura poco común. Parece que la llave debiera estar torcida hacia la derecha. En el otro extremo del jardín, alguien estuvo masticando tabaco mientras se ocultó por un rato. Calzaba un 44. Alguien escupió tabaco de mascar en un rincón del jardín. Las huellas son de alguien desconocido talla 44. Se encuentran fuera de la chabola de Kimihia, cerca de la chimenea. A juzgar por la suela desgastada, la huella pertenece a alguien de clase obrera. El criado del capitán Stenwick, Kimihia, ha desaparecido. Es algo poco común, ya que Kimihia no le gusta salir de la mansión y no habla ni una palabra del idioma. Kimihia es maorí y el capitán Stenwick le describe como muy alto y fuerte. Tiene tatuajes tribales en el cuerpo. El capitán Stenwick cree que Kimihia desapareció anteanoche, ya que el criado no le trajo la correspondencia ayer por la mañana. Vamos a volver a hablar con el señor este tan simpático que trata tan bien a su sirviente. A ver.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimihia and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do.
Perdóname.
Examine the garden.
Perdóname.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Vale, perdón. A ver
Do
si me
you
dices
happen
que...
to know Kimihia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best
son
efforts, he
tuyas.
simply did not take to shoes.
Oh, de otra persona.
I will not be long, Captain.
Yo, si tengo que... Ah, pero tengo que hablar de la ropa, del catalejo. Y esto tengo que observarlo más de cerca. Y el tabaco de mascar. A ver, que no he terminado contigo, caballero.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimihia's?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it
Y no le vas a poner
distracting.
algo decente, ¿no? Cabronazo.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimihia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Has Kimihia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
No puede ser porque no llevaba calzado. Tiene que ser otra persona.